got a line ball.
All that buffness for no reason.
Power!
All right, we're on the air. This is Kev. This is the BMBBH panel channel, and once again, we have come together to discuss certain topics here. And the topic right now is Terry Crews. I entitled this is Terry Crews counseled by black men. Joining me right now is oh, wait a minute. Well, hold on. Before I go any further, I am a habitual line stepper, and I feel like lines will be stepped in this conversation here. We're just going to say what we feel about this. We're going to say what we feel about the Terry Crews situation. Whether it harms you or not, hey, it's just our brutally honest opinion. So with me is joining me on the panel is Roger Report, Donnie Casanova of New Age Shift Watching, and Judge Dre. So say hello, fellas.
What's happening?
Word. So, Terry Crews. What do you guys know about Terry Crews? Let's start with Roger Stevens here.
Well, I mean, looking at what's been going on with him, he looking worse and worse in my eyes. I mean, at first he was just an actor doing his thing, making it in Hollywood. My thing is, okay, black men getting paid, I'm totally cool with that. But with this stuff that he's doing, and I hate to say it because he as a man, but the only way I can perceive him at this point is he's become a black feminist. That's how I see him, and I see black feminists as white supremacists. So he looks really bad in my eyes right now.
Yeah,
he looks horrible.
Yeah, I would also say the only thing worse than a black feminist is a black male feminist. I don't know if this view is exactly fair, but I don't know. Any man that calls himself a feminist, I have to wonder about you.
Did he actually call himself that? I didn't hear you call himself. I'm classifying him in that way based on his behavior. I don't know if he classified himself as that. I hope he ain't went that far, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
He doesn't call himself that. He definitely is pushing the narratives of feminism. Recently with toxic masculinity. I think he just said something about it again. I mean, look up that article real quick. But he basically said that men need to be deprogrammed from toxic masculinity. And my whole point is, it's not masculinity that's toxic; it's behaviors that are toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to, I don't know, you're just trying to shame men for being men, basically. I mean, toxic masculinity ain't, it ain't me being able to stick my chest out and stand up for myself. If anything is classified like toxic masculinity, I would say probably a high school football player on steroids.
Yeah.
But I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's masculinity that's toxic, and I think that Terry Crews, I think that's presents a certain level of bitch assness. Seriously.
Like, I mean, he's definitely displaying that, which is one of the main reasons I'm saying he looks like a black feminist, because when a white man challenged him, it was fine. Grabbed all over his manhood, corrected and all that type of stuff in front of his wife, and he had no issue with that. But when D.L. Hughley, a comedian, says something that he doesn't like, now he want to jump hard with a black man. That's something black feminists do. They're cool with white men transgressing against them, but they totally have a problem with black men, even if they're not transgressing against them. So he acting just like a black feminist to me.
Okay. I will probably say one thing that would confirm this is his involvement with the Me Too movement. He's been very staunch advocate as far as their cause. Of course, the Me Too movement is headed by Tarana Burke. Man, there's been some really suspect comments made from her as of late. Donnie, would you care to elaborate some?
On Tarana Burke or the whole thing in general?
Tarana Burke, Terry Crews, and the association, and her recent comments.
So I think Terry Crews is playing a game right now. Terry Crews is a big buff ass nigga who let his wife run him. If anybody ever seen that show, his wife run him. So he understands the dynamic of pandering to women. He just do. So everything he does and how he moves is to pander to women to get them to put him in a position of empowerment because Terry Crews, he a big buff black man and he understand women's needs. I'm gonna go see his movie, man. Something all of this pay, and he does this purely for the attention. He don't mean none of this shit because his comments say otherwise. He contradicts himself on a constant basis. He want to forgive Liam Neeson, but you know he want to also go out and go slap DL Hughley for some shit he said a year ago. A comedian giving his fucking opinion. Now he's aligning himself with these two women. The one who created it is Tarana Burke, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when pressed about the First Them movement, why the Me Too movement isn't attacking these white predators, her response was, and this shit baffles me to this day, it's not her job to go after white men.
Sure.
So if you create a organization or a hashtag or a slogan or an ideology, however the fuck you want to label this bullshit, that is supposedly coming out here to protect young black women, to empower them, how are you not addressing the number one culprit that has been raping sisters for years? You go all the way out of your way to ignore fucking white predators, but you're supposed to be out here as a help to black women? I need answers.
Yeah. She just want to attack brothers, but have a good reason to attack them. So people leave her alone about attacking brothers. That's all that is.
We out here talking about fucking R. Kelly, and they recently just caught this motherfucker who got caught. What's his name? Harvey Weinstein. He in court getting dismissals on his case, but you out here worried about fucking R. Kelly. R. Kelly been tried, released, and you niggas done heard 14 albums from the nigga and stepped in the name of love at every fucking wedding, every family reunion. Your ass was trapped in the closet. Now you want to tell me that he's a predator? Bitch, your ass was at the concert 2 years ago.
Not even the fact of that, but this is what gets me about that. The women, you want to say he like young girls, but evidently you see that evidently none of them came out and said nothing while they was during that time. So it seemed like these women or like the people in his cult. I mean, shit, the bitches just wanted to be taken care of, and then as soon as the motherfucker say you ain't looking good enough no more and kick you to the curb, now he took advantage of me.
Well, you know what I want to say about that? Yeah, we keep hearing these stories about how he like young girls. Now, I'm just gonna use the little bit of knowledge I do got. When you're a young girl, you usually don't have your own car, and you usually can't drive yourself to your boyfriend's house. And if your boyfriend is R. Kelly, I'm just saying, how was these young girls getting to him to the point that he could have a sexual relationship with them? Not a one-time deal, a sexual relationship. You see what I'm saying?
These girls being put in his care. Period. Point.
Right. Thank you.
No,
and the parents know that. The parents are doing it.
Exactly. So my thing is, it's a bunch of fake outrage because at the end of the day, these folks, they love the fact R. Kelly's messing with their daughter. Now, he shouldn't have been doing it, but why y'all putting the girl in his lap? Well, I ain't gonna lie. They putting them in his lap because this. A lot of parents look at it, well, fine. We know the motherfucker's established, got money, this, that, and the other. Maybe I'll be the one that whip his ass into shape and he, you know what I mean? Always one, too. Women always think they can change a motherfucker. You already know that's one of their main problems. They always think they can fix a motherfucker. That's why we got problems with them dumbass people doing shit on YouTube. You know, having the kids buy a motherfucker who ain't got shit and all that damn shit. They think that they can change a person. I don't even give folks that much credit. I think we got an issue with a lot of these sisters just don't care about their kids.
No, motherfuckers. I ain't even gonna say that they don't care. They teach them at an early age. Use the pussy to get what you want. And then as soon as you don't get what you want, or as soon as the pussy just thing don't wear off, then that's when you say you try to cry foul. Then the motherfucker might either pay you off or pay you to take care of you, or you destroy their reputation after they're done. Because basically, even in every relationship, if anybody's had a baby mama, you know the worst thing you can do is like be out with a woman and your baby mama see you out having fun, like your life didn't end when you left them alone.
Oh yeah, Nick, my
It's
cousin had the
always,
same
you know,
scenario.
they got a scorched earth mentality where I don't want your ass, but I want to make sure that you got the hardest life possible.
No, yeah, they do that, but I'm still not giving them no benefit of the doubt. And when you are cool with giving your kid to R. Kelly, I mean, I understand even the use your pussy to get what you want. I can even understand you telling your daughter that, but you tell her that that's what you do when you're 18. You don't do it at 13, 14, 15 years old. I got a huge problem with any parent that would give their kid to R. Kelly. I don't care
Well,
what's going on. The man
well,
had to
as
pay
you,
way too many rooms.
but as you say, with that issue there, you say, but this is the thing. As they're younger, that's the only thing they have. It ain't like they got money. And I mean, think about it. Even as you be dating women at 40 years old. Half of the women at 40 years old, these women that say that they independent and got all this shit going for them, half of them don't have. They living paycheck to paycheck, and they getting help paying with for their bills. Most men know that they got to pay 100% of their shit, and no help is available. So basically, you done had help all your life. Every nigga that wanted to put his dick in you done always kicked you money or this, that, or the other, or tried to help you out because that's just part of being a good man and we like to impress women. And you gonna tell me that your motherfucking ass ain't got shit to show for it? I mean, because they buy everything that's not worth anything when it comes to whatever it is. They squander their money. And then when it's time to do anything responsible, that's when they call and talk about I need help.
I mean that does happen. That does happen. It's just
Also,
my thing is just like these girls, these 14-year-old girls. I just feel like somebody driving them to R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
Like it ain't like
ain't.
R. Kelly coming in their house and just taking chicks out the house. Like I don't think that's happening. That people's dropping them off. You know?
I ain't even gonna lie. My son is 16, right? He's sitting up here. He's sitting up here messing with a this girl. She about to turn 18. She's 17, about to turn 18. You know, he's a freshman. She a senior. You know, and I mean, I know already because I don't. You know, as a man, you already know when somebody done. You know, fucked. And I done walked in a room at my house and I done smelled the sex. I know what sex smell like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
get that lavender scented candle.
Yeah, right. I told, like one of the things, shit. That's one reason I ain't gonna lie, because he only dates white women. That's one reason why I said no. Make sure you keep bringing them over here. I got cameras and stuff on my house. That way, if the bitch try to do some bullshit after we done all become friends with her and all this other shit, at least she can't say you raped her because
Yeah, that's good. That is a good thing. You know, but I just feel like uh this whole Terry Crews thing to me it just done got way out of pocket. Him standing up to DL Hughley, if you can call it that, you know what I'm saying? A comedian that's cracking jokes or just saying something, and that bothered you to the point where you had to do something. But a man grabbing your Johnson in front of your wife, man, like come on, man.
Uh, I can't roll with that. I can't roll with that. I mean, at least punch him.
But he sat on that so long. He sat on that so long because that's systematic of his behavior. So somebody did that to him because that's the kind of behavior energy he has around himself. So when he was coming up with this plan on how he was going to make a name for himself and keep himself relevant in the media, he had to go back to that design story and say, "Oh yeah, this happened," and went and took that for a ride. He sacrificed that man and on game. Now he's a hero, and he's running around. Well, even Terry Crews can be a victim of sexual assault. Me too. And you know
Nah.
that nigga got muscles on the top of his head. I've never seen a nigga
Right.
with muscles on the top of his head.
On top of that, though, girlfriend who I can't, what's her name, who started the movement? That bitch so ugly. She should have been begging, please, me too. That is one ugly bitch. You be like, wait a minute, somebody sexually assaulted you. You know, like if I'm going to jail for rape, I'm going to jail for raping somebody that look good. Okay, I'm molesting somebody.
All right, y'all.
I'm like, look.
See your screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got this images off. They did this article on Terry with some animated shorts on the sexual assault and how he was a big guy and even he can be a victim of sexual assault even though he could have ripped that guy in half. What do y'all think? Y'all see this picture?
They sure don't give you no benefit of doubt when you a kid walking out of a store.
When I see that picture right there, oh, go ahead.
Pandering and a very opportunistic photo to be seen as the male figurehead for the Me Too movement, as the male spokesman.
Oh, I thought it was two dudes.
Oh wow!
When I see that photo, I thought it was two dudes.
You gotta look at the way this man is looking. He looks like he's very heavily distraught, and she's smiling because he's come out and he released his emotions. I'm so happy. Now, in reality, they've broken this man down to probably one of the weakest levels you can be at as a man.
Yep, he's a joke.
Yeah, you know what I think when I see this photo? When he touched me, that's exactly what it did. Oh, then she said like that, and he's like, "Yeah." He grabbed it with both hands.
But that's the cold part. You don't want these women are holding this man up as a figurehead, as an example. But when the wolves come, this is the man that you want around you.
Right.
You understand? So he's out here making these statements. Men can be weak, X, Y, Z. But when a motherfucker come and test your wife, when a motherfucker come and threaten your life, your situation, and all you can do is say, "Well, I'm a victim," you're not helping nobody.
Thank you.
Time for you to go ahead and sit down. They're gonna call for the asshole.
Honestly, I see when I look at this, I see white supremacy 101 and white supremacy 202. White supremacy 101, lie, then deny. White supremacy 202, get your enemy to say it for you. Now, like I said, Terry Crews been acting like a black feminist. Okay, now he's in this picture with this lady. Her enemy is who? Her target is black men. So now she got a black man to say stuff for her. Just like the same way white supremacists will find that one black dude that'll say anything they want him to say, or that one black chick that'll say anything they want him to say. She's doing the same thing. This is a white supremacy move. You know what I'm saying? You get your enemy to say it for you. That way you don't have to be responsible for it being said. Mm-hmm. The same thing right here. She's going to use a black man to speak for her, even though her target is black men.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to feel like that you can win people.
Yeah.
You use a simp. That's what they say.
This ain't got nothing to do with that. This is just pure on white supremacy.
So I mean, you don't think that white supremacists can be simps too?
No. You know what? You're right, but I don't want people to lose the fact that he's being a white supremacist. That's all. But yeah, you're right. Absolutely. You're totally right.
Now see, here's his picture with his wife. Supposedly, the incident happened in front of her.
You know what's crazy? Real quick, when you see black feminists, they usually got a white husband. So now that you see a black male feminist, now he got a white wife. Ain't that about nothing? I'm just saying. Is that coincidence or what?
Is she white or she mixed? Is that
she's white? She's white looking, and whatever it is. I'm gonna leave it at that. She white looking.
Who?
Terry Crews' wife pictured on the screen.
Oh yeah, she's a very very light skinned black woman. I think I remember watching her. She's incredibly light skinned, and she always wears blonde hair, and she might have colored eyes. So
Black woman is in what? Like, because that she not even half black.
she's a black woman. I can't dictate the
But
percentage
people,
of black in her,
but
but you can
technically,
look at her and tell that she's phenotypically a black woman.
no, I'm saying, but technically, you're a black woman. If you have one drop of black blood in you, it's
Yeah.
technically a black woman.
I mean, I don't use that. I mean, if you claim like if you look
No, I
like
know
you,
you're not. I'm saying she
yeah.
probably is.
But I don't really quite know. I just know she ran him in his household.
Yeah, one of
So
Oh,
her
definitely.
granddaddies was black. That's
and you
what it
got to
looked
think,
like. One of her granddaddies was white, probably.
yeah. So
I mean, one of her grandmothers was probably black, something like that. On one side of the family, but that 1/8 or whatever that makes you. I'm still a black woman.
Mm.
No, you had a black grandmother on one side of your family. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, I've been around black women all my whole life. I know how to identify. I'm just saying, this don't look like no black woman to me.
She
Yeah.
she's diluted enough
Yeah.
to pass.
She could. Yeah. So she could pass for. She could pass.
Nah,
She's definitely in the no threat department of black women, where they be like, "Oh, not a threat."
Yeah, but still, in all of that, this supposed incident where he got his jewels finessed happened from her. You know,
Right.
she was witness to this, and they said she just went to the car after a while.
Hmm.
What could have been going through her mind?
This nigga is weak as fuck.
Yeah, I bet she. He just let himself get finessed.
Right. I mean, literally. I mean, he kind of remind me of what movie is that? He's like, you ever had somebody try to steal your man her? That's exactly what that dude did in front of your bitch. I mean, literally.
looking at her, I don't know why she wouldn't be perfectly fine with it.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. By looking at her picture, yeah, she looks like the one. She was probably upset with it. I
No,
mean,
no,
I'm
no.
okay with it. Okay with it, because she probably she wears the pants in the family, and it's probably like, yep, nigga, what? I pull them balls just like that nigga did.
I'm just saying she looking real whitish to me. I'm just gonna say that she looking real whitish to me. And if a man is a black feminist, which means he's a white supremacist, then she probably is too.
Yeah, and this record that show Whitish will appear on ABC this fall every Thursday night at 1 a.m. So yeah, nah, that's a lie. But anyway, yeah, just looking through these pictures. Okay, Terry Crews wears a purse and high boots to the Grammys. Did any of y'all happen to catch the Grammys? I heard it was a shit show.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. I had no interest in watching the Grammys, but that's that. Well, what you talking about, Kerry? Well, I mean, talking about what he just wore? That's some gay stuff.
I was there at the Grammys when they said J Lo was singing Motown, so that
Oh,
let me know it wasn't enough. It wasn't not much for me to do right there.
Yeah,
So he wore a purse and heels, huh? So he's
yeah,
totally been co-opted.
Mm.
yeah.
mm,
Well, to me, say this too because I don't want nobody to come at you. In my personal opinion, when you start dressing like a woman and you're a man, to me that still qualifies as gay stuff. That's stuff I expect gay people to do. I would understand. I'm not saying all gays do that, but if you gay and you do it, I understand. I get it. I ain't gonna bother you about it. But doing that and you supposed to be straight. No, I got
right.
all kind of questions for you at that point.
Yeah, but what's so bad is nowadays, that's one of the things I don't like too, is people, they put gay people, what,
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
lost
said
some
what?
too.
Yeah, I said one thing I don't like about it now is they put gay people up on a damn pedestal. Like the worst thing you can do is say something bad about them.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that bad.
You could just call them a fag and that could be over with. But I'm plenty of something. I mean, that don't stop me in real life because I ain't gonna lie. If a gay man talks shit to me, you definitely gonna get called gay jokes.
Well, I'm gonna treat gay people like everybody treats us. I'm gonna treat you like you're a regular person. So you got to get over it. I'm not giving
Thank
you
you.
any special provision because you're gay. You still a dude or you still a chick, regardless of the
Yep.
situation.
Yeah. I'm not celebrating you just because of your sexuality.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not required to do so.
Yeah. And it's also not homophobic to not want to.
Mhm.
Whatever that means or whatever context you want to put that in, because I'm not afraid of anybody gay. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
anyway, I mean, so do you think that Terry Crews's involvement of such whatever movements is an agenda based thing?
What was that? What was that last bit?
I said, do you think that Terry Crews's involvement in these quote unquote movements is an agenda based thing?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's trying to keep his
Definitely.
name running. He's doing shit just to stand out. You remember he's the host of that America's Got Talent or whatever that shit is. So it's his name to stay relevant. It's his game to stay relevant. He's trying to parlay that into other gigs and constant flow of money. If you look at the type of content that he puts himself in, he doesn't put himself as anything respectable. He takes whatever is given to him and he makes the best out of it. You know, if you look at everything he's been in, when he was in the Adam Sandler movie, he was running around the island on some poof shit. He was a gay man. He was basically buck dancing the whole time throughout that movie. White chicks. He was
Oh
chasing
God.
after white chicks with an extreme uh like an extreme obsession to it. And when he found out that she was black, or
He
he
didn't
was a
care.
black woman, well, no, he didn't care that it was a man. He cared that she was black.
All right. All right.
So that was a trip. And afterwards so they keep putting him in these gender fluid, these real effeminate male positions. And I don't have a problem with you being gay. I do have a problem with you being overly effeminate. So, if you choose to live that sexual lifestyle, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm tired of this dynamic of black men switching around, being weak and effeminate, because that means you can't protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I
But
know
see,
a whole bunch where I can fight, I can do this. You put yourself in a woman's position, in a woman's shoes, and then you want to tell me that you can fight, but you walking around
Right.
sashaying. How you fighting heels, bro?
but see, this is my thing, and don't get me wrong. I look at this in a couple different ways. I'm a pro freedom person, so I get that white folks is free to do whatever they want to do with their own media streams. I get that. I just simply don't appreciate what they do because it's theirs, and I understand it's not their job to make us as black people look good. Secondly, I don't like the fact that they try to represent gays as if they're like a sizable part of the population. There's hardly any gay people. When you start looking at percentages, to find gay people, you're looking at probably single digit numbers. Just
A
most
lot
folks just ain't
of
gay.
bi people, a lot of bi. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I see a
No,
lot
no,
of
no.
bi ass women.
But
You go to
you,
every profile, damn near every woman is bi.
what? Now a lot of women just say they bad because they think that's attractive to men, and men want to see two women get together. It's not because they actually bad and they're ready to perform that. Gay women already complain that women don't want to eat pussy because they'll say they're gay and then let somebody eat their pussy, but when it's time for them to start giving some head, they have an issue. So at the end of the day, my thing is percentage wise, they may be a small percentage of the country, but they're nowhere near a big percentage of the country. And they want people to act like they are like this major group that's being ignored, and they're just not.
Okay. Okay, fellas. I got a question for y'all.
Go
Terry,
ahead.
here's this conversation. The next thing you know, he's looking at you like this. What do you do?
Not a damn thing, cause I ain't scared of your ass. I mean, I hate to say, a nigga came up and grabbed your balls, and unfortunately, a white person did it. I mean, I just got no respect for you when you let a white man work. Y'all don't give a fuck who you are. I mean, you can't. Unfortunately, in my book, a black man, I don't give a fuck who the white man is. He could be the strongest white man in the world. A white man ain't gonna run over me for no ifs, ands, or but no anywhere at all. No way
What
whatsoever.
if that white man was Brock Lesnar?
I wouldn't give a shit. I just be getting my ass whipped after I try to punch you.
Mhm.
And just at least like I said, at least I would have had my manhood. 'Cause I hate to say something, not even a black man gonna walk up and grab my nuts, let alone a white man. Come on now, go somewhere with that shit.
But that's the energy he put out. That's that kiki. I'm the friendly magical Negro that we can do all these kind of games. He put that energy out there.
Yeah, he like the buck dance for him. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, even if you look at you with this exact hair.
Still, I don't give a shit. You let somebody come up and grab your nuts. I mean, as a grown, I could see that's like blaming somebody. You can't blame a grown man for being raped. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, unless he's drugged and tied down. But yeah, that case that happened to that man with that woman that tied him down for hours and hours. So it is possible, but you know, y'all didn't hear about that. That man was tied. I didn't think it happened in Chicago, but I think
What happened?
I hear
Yeah,
story.
you got to mute Roger. But yeah, go ahead.
Here, I do it.
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me.
Yeah, I got him. There we go. I muted him. I'm sorry. I muted both of you by accident.
Okay.
You got to unmute. But yeah, that's it. You got to, but definitely. I know you're talking about the guy that was tied down. Maybe he was into some BDSM with a woman and then she flipped on him. Because, he allowed himself to be tied down and then she flipped on him after that. Because I ain't gonna lie, I played around something similar like that with a chick I was fucking with for a minute.
Yeah, I bet that added all kinds of excitement.
No, she was just the one. She was like to just talk like she liked to talk dirty and just talk like she was the shit. And she was one of them type.
All right. So let me ask y'all a question. They was considered, hey, y'all into video games and such. I know Donnie is. What about you, Dre?
Only game I play is a game called Destiny. I haven't played in months though, because I've just been too busy working.
All right, so you know about the game Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Okay. It was thrown out there. It was Boss Logic. He's a artist that puts a lot of his artwork on Twitter, and he put. I thought I put it in this folder. He put a picture of Terry Crews' Jax. So Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat, said, "I would love to do this," and Terry Crews responded. So I just don't think this should happen as a fan of the video game itself. So this is what led to me making this little chop right here. It's like this picture's perfect. But so Donnie.
Oh
man. All right. So
you're wrong. You're wrong.
I mean, shit. It just is what it is. That nigga. I don't want to see him in no damn Mortal Kombat, but he's already accepted in white Hollywood. He's a forerunner. He's an acceptable Negro. Negro. He's been vetted.
And he's a good little Negro. He does what he's told, and those are the ones that they like.
Put on a dress. Terry will have no problem doing that.
Say that the white man's ice is colder, no problem. He'll say it twice.
Yeah. Well,
he's like
as a fan of the game that I've been playing since day one, when the local university up the street got up stand up machine, the first Mortal Kombat. I would have to say no. I would not like to see Terry Crews in Mortal Kombat. And if he is, what I will do is I'll pick like him as the computer character, his skin, and then I'll just, like play as Johnny Cage and just do him like that every time, and just I'll just perform fatality after fatality.
You just wish that you could do one fatality and permanently get him out the game.
yeah. Eraser. But I don't know as much else we can say here. I just know as a man, I wouldn't let myself get finessed in front of my wife like that, or let alone get finessed at all.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you would think that because his wife was there, that would, most of the time, if you're, somebody does something in front of your woman, you're more likely to react with violence than any other. But I guess not.
And then I'll just go ahead and say this: I don't feel like that. I just want to listen to the whole disarming nigga campaign. Like, if I gotta somehow pay for being a man. Like, I got to drink and calm down and make sure I appropriate myself, make everybody comfortable. And I think that's one thing that he is pushing. And I really wish he wouldn't do that, because I don't know. I don't like to take L's for other black men.
I take it. All right.
I think that's just some dumb shit. Just like black women, they have to know that they don't have to take other L's for black women. But I don't know. This publicly, since he's a public figure, this is kind of an L. You pick the biggest bumpest nigga to be soft like this.
Right.
just to give away some attitude or such. Or, try to make black men overall look soft, or just trying to put this soft, toxic masculinity campaign. I just think it's a bad look, especially for someone like him. But when it boils down to it, dude should have defended himself. Period. Like that dude would have left with half his face punched off if it was me. But that's just me. He tries to do things like chalk it up to his job, but I don't know if any job is that good. Is good enough for me to sit up here and finesse. Anyway, I think it's getting pretty late.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think everything's need to be said about what we're going to say about this guy. So, any final thoughts?
I'm good on my end. It's wonderful show.
Yeah.
Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, just say another fool out there making us look funny as all get out. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the story should have been he grabbed my nuts and Terry Crews knocked him out. That's what it should have been.
Yeah.
That should have been the story right there. End of it.
Yeah. I think even though it's legal shit, I think it would have been a better look for him to be getting sued by the man instead of him attempting to sue the man for what he did to him. Like, as in, like, he was ass and he's trying to, do a lawsuit, but he shouldn't have grabbed my nuts.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is I just want to teach, I just want to make sure that we set the precedent where men can at least stand up for themselves. It doesn't seem, it just goes back to, the previous conversation, this peaceful nigga shit. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about the other guy, but just peaceful, forgiving. Thank you, man. Have another mentality.
Right.
So, but anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'm just gonna thank everybody for coming out once again. Thank you to Donnie Casanova. You ain't shit for watching.
Appreciate it.
All right, Dre, thanks for coming by, and Roger. Look like he probably he's got to go to a funeral tomorrow anyway. So my condolences to his family. But thanks for coming by, and that's it for now. Remember, this is the BMBBH panel channel. Please subscribe, like, share the video if you want to. subscribe to You Ain't Shit for Watching. Subscribe to the Rob Report. And Judge Dre, you do have a YouTube channel, right? Still.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. What's the name of it?
Debating Wolves.
Debating Wolves. Okay. I'll look it up.
All right.
Okay.
I'll talk to you on the flip side. All right.
All right. That's it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm gonna crash the fuck out.